I've gone through many, many things, but my strength and my faith has always been in him, always, because I know that he's going to make things even better. I know when one door closes, another one will open.
I want to say, yesterday, I didn't know in the WNBA they had chapel. So the first time yesterday was the first time I ever went to chapel, and it's been amazing. Like, I've always prayed and stuff before the game. She was telling us yesterday, like, there's no limitations on having faith of things that you want in life and asking God for so many different things. So being able to have that in the league, I think, is really important.
Did you see Angel Reese's latest social media rant? She's not holding back after Teresa Weatherspoon got fired. But here's what's crazy. Some people are saying Reese might be part of the reason Weatherspoon's gone. Let's break down what really happened. Reese's response was powerful. Feeling bereft and confused, she posted about it. She clearly had a close relationship with Weatherspoon. However, what's even more absurd? All of this has the potential to destroy the WNBA's reputation and Reese's career. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Let it sink in. An up-and-coming athlete taking to social media to vent? It's not flattering. What the fuck is going on with the sky, you ask? Is there a more significant issue that has gone unnoticed? This involves more than the dismissal of a single coach. Everything from team dynamics to the dynamics between players and coaches to the way superstars deal with pressure is on the table. This outburst could end up hurting Reese even more than the pain she's already feeling.
But just being able to see, like, all of us being able to come together, and it's just not just our team, it's the other team as well, and like just come together and pray for things that obviously that we want in life. And for me, I'm really big on what got me here, and God. I wouldn't be able to do it without God. So being able to have that, I love that about the league. Like, being able to have chapel is just something that I really.
And that door that opens, it opens so wide that all I got to do is walk in, because of what God is doing in my life. And when I walked into these doors, look who he placed in front of me in those doors.
What is really out there? Angel Reese was setting records as the Sky struggled. Her streak of 15 double-doubles is now the longest in WNBA history. Was her success at the expense of the team, though? Let's dissect the Chicago Sky's wild and unpredictable season. Teresa Weatherspoon oversaw a dismal 13-27 record for the team. Now hear this. They spent a significant portion of the season competing for a playoff spot. Then what was the problem? The Sky appeared to have all the necessary components for a strong run at first sight. They were gifted, they had potential, and Angel Reese was putting up ridiculous stats. However, weaknesses in the team's structure became apparent as the season progressed. Without a shadow of a doubt, Reese's 15 straight double-doubles were remarkable. On the court, she was unstoppable, raking in rebounds and scoring buckets at will. The Sky should have reaped the benefits of that, at least on paper. However, things become more intricate at this point. Even though Reese was having a great season, the team as a whole was struggling. It's as if they were at a loss as to how to combine their individual strengths to win the game. And that has prompted some challenging inquiries. Were team dynamics endangered by Reese's obsession with statistics? Was she so focused on getting double-digit points that she missed out on opportunities to help the team as a whole? The Sky appears to have struggled with the delicate balancing act. Here's an additional piece of information. Mabre departed from the squad in search of better opportunities. Even though we don't have all the facts, we can't help but wonder if there was tension in the background. Discord in the team's dynamic? Were the other players ever worried that they were taking a back seat? It's simple to assign blame, but the reality is likely more nuanced. Possibly the coaching staff was unable to find a way to maximize Reese's potential within the framework of the team. Perhaps everyone was too stressed out from trying to make the playoffs. Whatever the reason, the Sky clearly wasn't clicking. They were talented enough to be in the hunt, but they finished in last place. It serves as a cautionary tale about how, in team sports, individual performance isn't necessarily indicative of team success. In the world of professional sports, the boundary between confidence and arrogance can be extremely finely drawn. There has been an outpouring of criticism directed towards Angel Reese's social media presence. But is she being unjustly singled out, or is the Sky's misfortune truly her fault? See what it would be like to be dubbed a coach killer following your first year on the team. Exactly that is occurring to Reese at this very moment. Critics have focused their criticism on her social media posts, leading to an intense backlash. People say she uses the pronouns I, me, and my excessively. They make it seem like she is a self-centered player who is more concerned with her individual statistics than the team's performance. Wait a second, this is not something that Reese will tolerate. She is retaliating by claiming the media is distorting the truth to cast her in a negative light. They are using her predicament to craft this villainous narrative, in her opinion. And guess what? She could be right. It becomes complicated at this point. Criticisms directed at Reese that do not pertain to her play on the court are becoming old for her. Her statement was unequivocal. Anything beyond basketball criticism is unacceptable. Is she attempting to avoid responsibility by drawing a line in the sand, or what? If a team isn't performing well, it's easy to find someone to blame. However, we must ask, is it really possible for a single rookie to derail a whole coaching staff? To me, that's too far. Certainly, Reese's fixation on his own successes may have generated some tension, but there is often more going on here than meets the eye. Let it sink in. The Sky's season was challenging, to say the least. But blaming Reese for it all? It's quite a leap. Perhaps the team's problems were the result of a confluence of factors, including poor coaching decisions, a lack of chemistry among players, and yes, perhaps the inevitable growing pains of a young star. Being a rising star in professional sports is all about enduring intense spotlights. Your every action, whether on or off the court, is watched closely. The amount of pressure that Reese is under as a rookie must be insane. Her goals are to establish her worth, boost her reputation, and contribute to her team's victory. There's a lot going on there. Keep in mind that Reese is still only human. There will be times when she overestimates herself, says things she later comes to regret, and makes blunders. She is neither a villain nor a coach killer because of that. This makes her a rookie in the pros, still finding her way around the game. Did you really believe that Reese and the Sky are the only ones involved in this drama? Give it another thought. It has revealed several serious issues within the WNBA. Like a pressure cooker, this whole thing is bringing long simmering issues to the surface. We can discuss the delicate balancing act that these players must accomplish. You can look at the team's achievements on one hand. Individual stardom is the other side of the coin. For up-and-coming athletes like Reese, juggling two responsibilities at once is no picnic. Put yourself in Reese's position for a moment. You're just getting your WNBA career started, and all of a sudden you're shattering records. You are the center of attention, and all eyes are on you. The icing on the cake, though, you should also be able to put your individual statistics aside and focus on the team's performance. Quite a bit, isn't it? What takes place off the court is just as important. There is a lot of pressure on athletes these days to establish their own personal brands. The game has been turned upside down by social media. You need to have the charisma of a social media influencer and the athletic prowess of a superstar. It's the same as juggling two high-stakes games at once. The spotlight on women's basketball in the media has both positive and negative consequences. The sport benefits greatly, on the one hand. More spectators, more potential sponsors, and more opportunities are all a result of increased game exposure. Additional scrutiny is another consequence. There is a lot of dissection and analysis of every single tweet, Instagram post, and post-game interview remark. However, guess what? Some positive changes could come out of this whole mess with Reese and the Sky. Everyone is now looking closely at the ways WNBA teams handle player management and the media. Perhaps there will be more resources to help young athletes cope with the pressures of professional sports and social media. That the WNBA is expanding is fantastic. However, growing pains are a natural part of life. The Reese situation is bringing some of those hurts to light. Nowadays, it's about more than just a single player or team. The key is to determine how the league can change and adapt to the current situation.